Hi, my name is Bill Flanagan. I'm the conservation manager here at the John Ball Zoo, and we're checking in with our Head Started Eastern Box Turtles. Head starting is a conservation strategy where we raise the turtles through a vulnerable life stage, in this case the hatchling. So we're making bigger turtles, so hopefully they are more resistant to predators. So Ryan is doing some health exams here, and we're just looking to see what their bone density is, do some x-rays, look at some of their body conditioning, so we have some baseline information on their health before they go back into the wild. This week we're hoping to introduce them back in the wild, and we'll track them and see how they do compared to their wild counterparts. And this is really valuable information because head starting is becoming a more and more useful tool for conservation of turtles, and we want to know how effective it is. So now Dr. Ryan is going to x-ray the turtles. And what we're really looking at here is the bone density. So that's a really important health characteristic for these guys. And we want to make sure that our diet is appropriate for them. So measuring the bone density, and this is a way that we can do that.
So the turtles that we're looking at today are all looking really healthy. Here we're looking at one of the x-rays that we took. This is for T1, the identifier for this individual. And you can see the head up to the upper right. And then we're able to see clearly the scutes of his shell, his hind limbs in the back, and tail sticking out. And you can see his front limbs on either side of his face. So overall, this x-ray is very, very normal. And like Bill was saying, we're also looking to make sure that as a developing young turtle, they have good bone density. And that is exactly what we're seeing in this guy.
Good morning. We're out here at Pierce Cedar Creek Institute. I'm Bill Flanagan, and this is Laura. And we're processing the turtles that we had started at the zoo. So this is a cooperative effort with Grand Valley State University and Pierce Cedar Creek Institute to save these little turtles. So they've been studying this population of turtles for years, and they've noticed that raccoon predation is a big issue for them. And so we're trying to head start them, make the turtles bigger, so they're a little bit less susceptible to raccoon predation. So today what we're doing is the turtles are getting ready to go back out into the wild, so they're going to have little radio transmitters so the researchers can keep track of them, and they're going to have little marks on them so we know which turtle is which. And that way we'll be able to compare their survivorship with those of the wild turtles that came from the same nests.
Hi, I'm Jen Moore. I'm a professor of biology from Grand Valley State University. We're here at Pierce Cedar Creek Institute today to release these, what are now looking like 3 or 4-year-old box turtles that were actually hatched out at the Institute last fall. So this is a program that is geared towards boosting the numbers of box turtles that are here at the Institute. And this is a really important species, especially in Michigan. They're quite rare, and so they've been declining over the last maybe 100 years or so. So we're doing what we can to try and boost their population numbers. And one of the techniques that we use is head starting. So we raise these little guys up from when they're tiny little hatchlings, and we can get them to the size of about a 3 or 4-year-old in a matter of months. And so hopefully that will improve their survival. And we're going to put these little radio transmitters on so that we can follow them around and learn about whether or not this is a successful technique and whether or not it's actually going to help boost the population numbers here at the Institute.
So here we are at the site where the turtles in this population nest. They've been nesting along the edges of this open field here. So we think this is a really good place to turn these guys loose. And the nests that these guys came from were all around this field. So we're going to try and pick a place that's right along the edge so they can choose to be in the open, they can choose to be in the forest, and there's a wetland right down the hill. Also, a lot of the adults are hanging out in this space, so we know it's a good place for box turtles. So this is the best chance we can give them, is turning them loose in a place like this.